But before we get into any of that stuff, what have you been jamming since the last pod episode?
I had to go do some little errands with the family. So last week I played a little bit of Robert Glasper. If you guys not familiar with his game, he is a jazz musician, producer.
I don't know why I was thinking about that guy. You said that made that song Pina Colada or whatever.
What you talking about last? That was Rupert Holmes, I think.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, you went to go listen to him again?
Yeah. But Robert Glasper is, he's a local boy, not local from here, but he's from Texas, man. He's from Houston. And he works with a lot of people like, Erykah Badu, Common, all these people, Black Thought. So he actually has a residency. I don't know why.
Residency.
A residency. Mm-hmm. I said it. Yo, I'm bad with words, but also good at them at the same time. It's crazy. But anyways, he has a residency. And like a jazz venue in New York somewhere. Mm. And while he's doing this residency, mm-hmm. he has like some of his friends come on and they jam out. So he put out a little project called Keys to the City Volume 1 when he have recordings of like the jam sessions he had and some of the performances from his performances there. And he had like Black Thought, Thundercat, Norah Jones.
On the album?
Yeah. They all on the album. It's some Bilal's on here, Yeba, but it's some pretty good stuff on here.
You said these are jam sessions.
Yeah, it's like, their performances pretty much that people that came up. It's not, I could tell that some of the stuff was like, it's like, let's say Norah Jones, she sings and the next thing you know, you get like a solo of like some type of instrument playing and whatever, but like it's some really good stuff on here. Like Norah Jones, she actually did her own rendition of Prototype by Andre 3000, which is really dope. And I was also listening to his radio station. He also got a radio station on Apple. Since he's doing that in New York, he's connected with Apple and he made a radio station with him. And he was just telling different stories on how like he been knowing Norah Jones since they was in high school. They went to Denton to like freaking do a jazz camp and just his run-ins with her and how she came through and did this performance was pretty good. But man, I really enjoyed this project. Played in the car with my kids. My girl loves some stuff. I love playing like instrumentation, like different type of vocals. Not like Black Thought has a really dope verse on here as well. I don't know, it's just feel good, jazzy, music, B. I don't know if it's up to you if you want to check it out. Don't drive and do it because I don't want you to fall asleep maybe because you got to have some bumping, some thumping in there. Mm-hmm. Your trunk got to rattle, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But if any guys into Robert Glasper, into jazz, I'll say check out Keys to the City Volume 1 by Robert Glasper. Really good project. Came out, I think, 2 weeks ago? Let's look real fast. Oh, I don't have the date. But yeah, came out this month. It's pretty dope.
All right. My first project, before I get into any artist deep dives and discography stuff like that, mm-hmm. I want to talk about that Reset project that you put me on by Ovrkast.
Yes, sir.
I checked it out. I feel like my opinions still really haven't changed on Ovrkast. I'm still not like, just throwing them off. I'm like, yeah, never again. But this project wasn't bad. Yeah. I like this more than the Cast Got Wings thing. But also, for me, this just feels like it exists. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't. Is there a place for his music? Yeah, for some. Not me, though. I liked Seamless. I liked Reset. I liked Month in Brooklyn. I liked Story. But just like the Cast Got Wings, I never see myself returning to this. It's not bad or anything like that. It's just, it didn't really do anything for me.
It's just some house stuff is. Some songs for people. Some artists are for people. Some stuff is not.
Like I said, if he comes up with like a full-fledged project, and I feel like the thing is, he really hasn't found his voice yet.
He has one.
He has a full-fledged project?
Came out in, 2021, 2020? Right there.
Oh, the Try Again?
Yeah. That's the deluxe, too.
I might have 24 minutes.
But it's a regular version. I think that's deluxe.
No, I know. The deluxe is 24 minutes?
Yeah.
That scares me. Because all his projects are like 12 minutes already.
Yeah, sure. Because he's heavy production. But he raps on there as well.
So I guess my thing is like, for me, rapping-wise, he does nothing for me. Yeah. Like, he doesn't draw me in. Yeah. And I think that's the problem because it's like, there's so many voices out here in hip-hop. I'm not saying, like, this got to be his number one bag or anything like that. But for me to want to listen to your music again, you got to draw me in with something.
Yeah, I think he stepped his game up in Reset when it came to rapping. Because, to me, if you listen to Try Again, he's on a different, like, he's more mellow. He's more in that, like, not Earl bag, but production-wise with Mike and all them. Because he actually do work with them and stuff. So, like, he's in that bag. He's in that group. But I feel like on Reset, he kind of stepped his game up lyrically.
And see, I could see that if you were maybe following him, but because I'm going backwards, I'm just like...
Yeah, I understand.
Like, it's not really doing anything for me. Not saying he's a bad artist or anything,
Right.
but to me, he's one of those artists that's just, they exist. I'm never going to be looking out for them. I'll just know that I listen to 2 of his projects, and I will never ever seek out anything again, unless we do a review for it on the channel.
Right on.
But besides that, I don't think he's for me. I'll say that.
I got you, B. I understand that. Totally, man. I wouldn't say my next project, but I'd say the next 2 singles I checked out. What about Ab-Soul? That joint? I love that joint.
You know I don't listen to singles unless we review
that
them
all,
on the pod.
B. See, you ain't reviewing it. I'm just talking about. You didn't listen. You don't want me checking out.
You told I told you before. To me, singles is like trailers.
Yeah, I feel
Pause, but I need the whole thing.
Disgusting. But all that, you know what I'm saying? This joint came out this Friday. I played it. I'm like, yo. First play, I'm like, all right. Second play, I'm like, okay. Then third play, it like hit me. I'm like, hey, this vibe right here. And I like Problem being on it. I don't know who the hell Thirsty P is. I don't know if he's on like the hook or whatever. I can't really tell. But Jason Martin cool on there, you know, Problem. And Ab-Soul just dope on there. You know, he have his little witty bars, but in a little banger kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
I know Ab-Soul recently did an interview with DJ Head on Effective Immediately.
Yeah, it's not out yet, bro. I'm waiting on it.
He said it comes out Monday or Tuesday.
I think tomorrow. Because I was looking for it.
He was talking about it on the Bigger Picture. He kept talking about it and alluding to it. I'm like, sir, you're on the show. Stop alluding to your other show on this show.
Yeah, because
Please stop.
Because I want to check it out. I always watch any Ab-Soul like interview or like freestyle he does.
Yeah, because I definitely wanted to see what this whole Soul Burger thing that we'll talk about later.
Yeah,
I
we'll
really
talk
wanted to see
about
what that was about, and he explained it. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
Head kind of talked about it on the Big Picture. Yeah,
that's what I meant by he explained it.
But all that's pretty dope. Cool little track. It has me really interested what he's gonna what's the sound and what's the direction for this upcoming album. And what was the other one? 1, 2. What was where is it?
Wait, he put out 2 singles?
Yeah, he put out one the week before. It's called Squeeze 1.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah, Squeeze first 2, whatever. This was pretty cool too. Little witty bars, rapping. This one, Jeremy thought that he was throwing little shots speculations of him throwing shots at Cole, stuff like that. But it was a cool track as well.
One thing I do like that they kind of broke down was that Pie from J. Cole's Might Delete Later
used to be Daylight track.
Daylight and Ab-Soul. That's why I kind of felt weird that those two was going back and forth with each other. But then J. Cole had his own verse like at the end.
Yeah,
because when I listened to it, even though I thought that was weird that them going back and forth was a thing, but then J. Cole was in the back. Then I was like, okay,
it didn't fit to me.
Yeah, it didn't fit, but I liked it still as a song because I'm just like, all right, J. Cole's with some spitters now.
Yeah,
like that's what I need more of. J. Cole.
Soul said if he knew J. Cole was getting on there, he would have went harder. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? He would have been like, why you didn't tell me?
Yeah, man.
Because
I'm playing around in the
I would have went in my baggie. Don't play with me, bro. Because then you got people saying, oh, Cole did this. Hey, bro, you know if Ab knew.
Ab gets busy.
Bro.
Ab gets busy. I've said it on the podcast before. I think he's the better lyricist than Kendrick.
Yeah, he thinks it. See, me, I'll be like, because I just feel like they in 2 different bags. But I never say Kendrick is better than Ab.
I think Kendrick, like I told you, Kendrick is better at making songs and like being accessible. But I think when it comes to rapping, I think Ab-Soul is like the Lupe.
He's the rapper's rapper. Yeah,
he's that guy to me.
And it's so crazy that I don't think I know rappers want to be known to be that rapper, but also they want to have some hits too. So it's like Ab-Soul being in that lane. It's like a double-edged sword because it's like
he said that this album. He says he's trying to go for that. Yeah, like he said this album is going to be like a conceptual album, not an Ab-Soul album. Yeah, conceptual album.
That's I was thinking that. These days was that because he had things like when he had the track with Rick Ross, he had different things. I feel like these days was that him trying to.
I think it was a lazy attempt at that. Like I think it was a lazy attempt when it comes to making bangers. Yeah. Like I get what he was going for conceptually, but I think like actually making good bangers, it was a lazy attempt at it.
Because that's my least favorite Ab-Soul album.
I like that project.
No,
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like it.
I'm saying I like it.
It's my least favorite.
Like I have an attachment to it because I was there when it dropped.
Yeah,
like,
same.
Yeah. Like
because out of these, it's my least.
Oh well, I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Out of all his albums, like
actually, to me, "Do What Thou Wilt" was for me, but that's because it was way. It
was so over your head.
It was way too witty for me when I first heard it. Like I gotta go re-listen to it. I've re-listened to it since, but first time I heard it, I was like, "Whoa, this is way too." Like I'm not getting nothing.
He was on there rapping, bro.
This is what makes me scared of spiritual miracle lyrical rap because I'm like, I don't get this.
Nah, I love that.
But then again, I was young when that came out. Because when was that coming?
2016.
Oh yeah, I was like in college.
Yeah,
I was busy with other stuff. He coming out with that, I'm like, yo, I barely study for my own classes. You want me to study for this too? Yeah, I'm out.
Hey,
Hey, but that Herbert though was higher.
Oh, Herbert was dope. There's only one song on there I didn't care about. That's it. Other than that,
Please
that
don't tell
joint
me it
was
was
fire.
one with Russ and Big Sean.
No, it was the one when he was like, the money. It was something about money. How I go. Let me go real quick. I'm gonna go find it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not. I know why he put it on there, but I just did not like that song. Not go off. Go off.
That song was hard. Big Sean killed his
I had no
verse.
problem with that one. Positive vibes only, I believe. I understand why he put it on there, but I just didn't like it. I was like, dang, I don't like this one.
I like the whole album.
Nah, the whole album's dope. It's just that one song.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. But what you got?
Next project.
Oh, Gotta Rap. He was on that rap.
Oh yeah, is that the premiere beat one?
Yeah. I just
Oh
Gotta
yeah.
Rap.
He had to show up. He was on the premiere beat. He had to show respect.
What you got, B?
But next project I have to talk about is Shaboozey. Where I've been isn't where I'm going. This is his latest project that actually came out this year. Country singer, / hip hop artist. Kind of.
He say
He's very adjacent to it. And it's 12 songs, 37 minutes, and most of his projects don't go over 40 minutes, I think. So I was like, okay, I want to try this out because my girl was talking about she liked a song or two. And I was like, Shaboozey is the one person I keep forgetting to go to listen to because I like some of JP's songs off of JP's mixtape project, whatever you want to call it. I like some of his hip hop. I like some of his country influenced hip hop tracks. And so I was like, okay, maybe Shaboozey might give me that. And so like the first track, Horses and Hellcats, obviously have that little tone of like hip hop and country. But then we get to a bar song, Tipsy. We all know that song. I actually really didn't like it like that. Then we get to Last of My Kind, and I feel like at this point was mostly the country album. I'm like, oh, we're actually doing a country album. Like this isn't a Beyonce hip hop influenced country album. Like no, this is like country album right
Beyonce,
here.
I haven't seen folk. Focus.
But yeah, Last of My Kind. I got to that song of Paul Cathin. I think that's how you say it. Annabelle. I thought it was alright. East of the Massa Newton. I like that. Highway. Let It Burn. Basically, I liked all these songs. We even have another song where he goes back into his country hip hop element bag where Drake Don't Need No Mix with BigXThaPlug, who actually, even though I killed him in the last pod, he actually delivered a really good verse on here. But I think when it comes to BigXThaPlug, when he finds the pocket, he fits in it well. It's just that I don't need a whole project from him. So when he's used in verses, when he's used and utilized like this, I really liked it. But overall, I thought that the project was cool. I'm not a big country guy, but I do come from Texas. I was born and raised in Texas, so country music is something I'm not really offended by. I know a lot of people hate country for some reason. I actually really enjoy it, especially depending on the setting that I'm in. If I'm at the rodeo or something, I want to hear some country music. If I'm at like an Outback Steakhouse, I want to hear some country music. Like certain settings, I want to hear country music. I'm not saying I want to hear it all the time. I'm not going out seeking it. If it's playing, I'm not mad at it.
Some country music make me feel like I'm in a movie. Like when you be hearing it, you be like...
Some of this stuff, it felt like old Western.
Yeah, it make you feel like in a movie sometimes. Like you got this chick in the back of the pickup and gotta go, you know what I mean? Be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? But
Riding out the sunset.
But when it comes to this album, I'm pretty sure I listened to most of this album just because my coworker, like when I walk in the office in the back, he's playing like nothing but country, and he always played this album as well. So I don't know. It's like but I'm pretty sure I heard majority because he be playing Shaboozey like crazy.
How'd you feel about it?
Oh no, it's
from
not
what
bad.
you heard.
Oh,
yeah, to me it's not bad. I think I gave it like a 3.5, maybe 4.
Yeah.
But also I'm not a big country advocate, so I can't really tell you, like the country etiquettes of the guitar strings plucked right here. I can't do any of that.
Cause like the country that like my grandfather sometimes used to play, he was more into like Johnny Cash and stuff like that. So like all the modern day country music to me is kind of a mix of like all these genres, hip hop a little bit. It feels different. It feels more pop-y. It feels more like what they call it, like mainstream. It feels like I'm trying to get a certain audience. So I don't know. It all feels the same to me. It don't sound like country to me. I don't know. Not like how
I like the country pop.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that's the bag. Yeah, that's the bag it is. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, I liked Toby Keith. R.I.P. to the GOAT. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your man?
Boy, listen to the Elmer Fudd rap. Well, who's the cowboy? Not Yosemite Sam. That's the type of rap you listening to over there.
All right, my next artist, as you just mentioned him, was BigXThaPlug. I listened to this a few days ago, and me and you had a discussion in the message thread about him.
Oh yes. Finally, I get to use my clip.
What clip?
B, remember when we was talking about earlier this year about Yeet, and I said, yeah, this is a good project for you.
Yeah.
I don't need just a good project for so-and-so. I want a good album.
Yeah.
It's a great project for Yeet. For Yeet.
I don't like that excuse, bro. I want a great album. You be like, hey, yo, the Yeet, play it.
No, go ahead.
No. So look, okay, when it comes to BigXThaPlug and when it comes to Yeet gets this crazy praise. Like he's just changing the guard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you hear a lot of like
I've never heard
no. Yes. When you hear a lot of like people like glazing people and be like, oh my God, I gotta hear this, and you be like, man, this is whack. That's what I get from Yeet. BigXThaPlug is like the rapper that like nobody was like glazing him like, oh, he's changing the game. Yeah. No, Yeet gets this thing. I'm like, okay, when I hear this, I want to hear something that's gonna be crazy. Like, what am I about to hear that's 2093? I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what is this supposed to be? I'm thinking this would be something crazy. BigXThaPlug, he's a run-of-the-mill rapper, bro. It's like it's nothing
That's crazy.
But I'm saying it's nothing to be too. To me, I don't feel like he deserved the criticism you was giving this man. I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
What did I say that was wrong? Though?
Bro, this is a bad album.
It is.
It's a bad album. I'm like, the album's not bad, B.
How many times did you listen to it?
I don't have to listen to it multiple times. It's all subjective.
I listened to it 2 or 3 times. He only listened to it once.
First time, was it bad to you?
Was it bad to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Second time, was it bad to you?
It got worse, yes.
So why would you have to listen to it again?
Because I wanted to make sure that maybe I was just in a bad mood. I told you,
No.
when it comes to me listening to albums, especially when I'm reviewing them or something like that, I like to listen to them at different points of the day to make sure my feelings are good.
He wants to like manipulate his mind sometimes, you know, make him.
I told you with the Don project, I was like, at night, this was horrible.
Yeah.
During the day, 12 to 1, I'm like, oh, I'm jamming this. Oh my God. But it's not a good Dom album, though.
But me hearing this, I'm like,
Look, see,
it was like running the mill stuff. Like it was
bad.
just typical. I wouldn't say it was bad though. It's
But
like we have room for him.
No, I never
I'm saying
said
people
that we
don't speak
have room
on
for
him like how people speaking on Yeet. I was thinking, hearing a Yeet album, like I'm finna hear something that's like insane, just from all the praise I got from all across, like the whole internet sphere, not just Twitter, freaking Instagram, TikTok, all these places. Even before we was making content like 2021, 2022, and I'm like, all right, I heard some of his songs. Yes, he has some songs that's dope. Even on the project we're gonna talk about, but it's like I don't see what people see about it.
B.
What?
That's because we're Unc now.
Bro, that don't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
You like it.
Yes. But that's because I am young at heart. You're not. You're old now.
Oh, I'm old
You
now.
hit that threshold.
But
now.
it's still younger artists that I like. They just don't make music like this.
That's because Yeet is on a different level, but you just can't fathom it with your brain.
Oh my God. And
That's
they
all
look,
it is.
and it's still like, it's certain albums from artists like that. Like, even on Ian Project, it's some stuff I'm like, okay, I can see what he was trying to do on here. Like, but I'm like, this is just not for me. And Ian don't get as much hype that Yeet was getting. That's why my stance on that great
Because
album.
Ian isn't as transformative as Yeet. We'll talk about that later.
Oh my, transformative. See these words they use for Yeet? Oh my God. Anyways, BigXThaPlug, this is about you. And you keep doing your thing, man. I see a lot of people praising your project. They liking your flows. They liking the beat selection. Yes, he did have that same formula when it comes to the.
Didn't I tell you the formula?
With the soul,
I told you the
soul
formula.
sample.
So I was right?
Yeah, but that don't mean it's bad. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's making it mark. You know what I mean? Hey, BigXThaPlug, keep doing what you're doing.
I think
Local
for
guy, keep doing your thing.
So you think that he should make 15-song albums again like that?
I don't know.
I told you on the project. I mean, I told you last episode. If he would have just make that down to like 6 or 7 tracks, perfect.
But he independent. You know what I'm saying? He would have, lower a little label with Steve Stout and them. He gets some big money around him. I think they're going to switch some stuff up. But I don't know if they're going to throw him. I don't know what's going to happen with him. Because he's not on that level of like Glorilla and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I didn't expect him to be on that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That other album, if he get with a major label, have a big debut, they might switch some
I just
stuff up.
don't, but that's my thing though. I'm also judging it from the basis of I've heard that project before that he came out with. So I'm like, this is the same thing. Like, and I'm not mad at you doing the same thing. It's just like you're not really showing or proving anything different. And yeah, it works for a few songs here and there, but that's not gonna work for a whole project for me. Yeah, because at least we'll talk. And I'll talk about this with another project that we listened to this week as well. And I got some opinions on that. But yeah, Jesus. They probably didn't hear that, but Jesus.
Dang, they would have a records on me?
Facts. You got any other projects?
That I checked out? Let me look, B, before you go. I don't think so, bro. My time, man, I be trying to get into stuff. Mostly thing I listen to, like, I didn't listen to nothing full. Just playing different tracks, bro. Remember Safe? This song's, it's like a freaking, remember Safe? From Toronto singer?
Oh.
He did a song, bro. It sounded like freaking, what's that dude name? Bane? The Bane dude, Cobain or whatever.
Kurt Cobain?
Nah, the dude that be like Slizzy, Glizzy.
Oh, Cash Cobain?
Cash Cobain. He did a whole song like him. Like somebody, but that's not him. I love like, yo, they took his whole sound. I listened to that.
That Tory Lanez that
The
dropped.
Real Addresses, I love that.
Fire,
Listen to that.
fire.
I listened to, all right, last project. I actually have 2 projects, but my last project, I'll talk about it. Rome Streetz and Derringer, they dropped a project, I think a week ago.
Shout out to the Rap Roundtable because I think they interviewed.
They interviewed him, yeah, that was dope. I didn't watch it, I need to. I think I saw Rome. Derringer wasn't there, I don't think I seen him. But anyways,
I
this
don't know what
project,
he looks like, so I can't say.
little short white guy.
Oh, yeah, he was there, I think.
He was there? Okay. So,
I think he came later.
okay, cool. So, Rome Streetz, if you don't know who he is, are you living under a rock? Nah, you probably don't know who he is. Anyway.
I do. He's
I ain't
part of
saying
Griselda.
you. I'm just saying I'm talking to the people out there. But yeah, he's with Griselda now. But I have a long history with this guy, man. Like he's really phenomenal rapper. I love his Noise Candy series, especially Noise Candy 3. It's like my favorite. I really hate I sold that vinyl. I want to shoot myself in the foot, but I sold it to a good guy. He's my homie. We still talk to this day. But anyways, this project was cool. Rome was rapping his butt off. Derringer, I don't know his direction for the production. I think that it's a theme of a concept of like bank robberies and stuff because I know it has like, it's called a Hatton Garden Holdup. That's the name of the album. And I think that's a jewelry store or something in like London. And I know Rome Streetz got ties to the UK and to London, I think, as well. Because I don't know if he lived out there a bit or whatever, but some of the skits have it. Schoolboy Q's on here. You got Mayhem Loran on here. You got Westside Gun. You got Machine, Conway. You got Cormega. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Benny's not on here.
So he's the only Griselda member besides Bowley missing? Why he missing the 2 B's?
I don't know why he ain't got Benny on here. I don't even have they ever collab? I don't know. But anyways, Rome is doing his thing on here, rapping phenomenally as well. And Derringer, like I said, I was going back to like the production. I don't know if he was trying to have this thing because some of the production I didn't care for because it felt very minimalistic. And I don't know if he was trying to paint like this picture of like letting Rome shine over these beats. Because some beats he have that's like, whoa, this is dope. But like I ain't gonna lie, that top half, he kind of like gave you like a minimalistic, very minimal. You know what I mean? It wasn't too much going on.
Is it good or bad, though?
It's like I wouldn't even say it's bad or boring because I'm focused more on his lyrics in that space.
But also it's music.
Yeah, but I could be listening to beats that like I'm not into. Like it kind of compliments him in a way.
Yeah, I think that's the only time.
Yeah, that's why I think it compliment him. But I have attention on like, yo, this is different. That's why it caught my attention. So that's why I'm like, is it intentional? You know, is it intentional? Like, is he doing this intentionally? So that's why I'm like, it made me think about it. I'm like, I never really be like, dang, why Derringer made a beat like this? Because I'm like, Derringer, you know, he gave us freaking, like most of freaking Tana Talk 3, all the stuff on freaking, what Machine Gun do and all that. Come on, bro. With them beats with no freaking samples, bro, this dude's insane. All original beats, bro.
Like in general or just this?
No, I'm talking on what Sheen do. I'm just saying from his prior, like his older things, like that he done, and I'm like, man, this stands out because it's not doing what Derringer would do. I don't know. It just threw me off. But anyways, overall, I need to go back to this project. I listened to it like 1.5 times. I went back and didn't finish it the second time. But overall, I think it's a good project. It's one of those. It's a standout project this year. I just need to go back to it more. And
Top 10 worthy?
It could be.
You said
Maybe
standout.
yeah. It could be. I just need to listen to it a little more, man, just to get more fleshed thoughts on it, full-fledged thoughts. But overall, I think it's pretty good. Derringer and Rome Streetz, Hatton Garden Holdup. Check it out if y'all haven't.
Okay. Now, I have a very big curveball compared to that project. One project I listened to this weekend, this is actually my last project I listened to, but this isn't the last one I'm talking about in this section right here. After 7 by Bankz. Now, do you know who Bankz is? Have you heard that one song? The boyfriend doing and thinking about you. Have you heard that song? It was like really big on TikTok.
Oh, this is the chick that's on BigXThaPlug.
She also was she went viral for the
she's annoying, bro. Yeah, she's weird.
Music.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, East African chick.
Yeah, is that where she's from? This makes a lot of sense with the music.
Yeah, she's from Philly, but I'm saying her. You know, that's where
her people's from.
Yeah.
She's not FBA. That's why a lot of this non-FBA music was coming from. No, but I actually listened to her album recently, and I thought it was going to be more so of the vein of like some of her viral songs, like that Lady Boner Gone. I thought it was gonna be like some of that stuff,
bro.
But no, this was completely different. I was like, whoa, like this is like hip hop, pop rap dance rap, dance pop, whatever you want to call it. It was more in that vein, and so it was a lot softer than what I was imagining. And I heard the first track on here, I'm like, oh, she about to pull a Doja Cat on me. Where I hear this first song, which is her huge single coming off this album. Then the whole album's gonna switch it up for me. She's gonna go on that scaring the N-words music happening.
Yeah.
But no, it was more so like vibey tracks, and I was like, this is definitely different. And I guess I didn't really tell that based off of her viral songs. Like I said, like, you know, it's just like some of the stuff that she was saying in her viral song. It was just very, I mean, her other song, the one with the boyfriend thing, it's also crude as well. But I'm just like, this is way more vibey and way more like relaxed, chilled, but also like very, it has like that sense of pop to it.
Okay.
And so I was
energetic a little bit, B.
yeah, it has a lot of a good amount of energy to it that I just wasn't expecting. Like I said, like, I thought this was going to be scaring the N-words music, and it wasn't. So I was very surprised on that. I enjoyed what I heard. Now, will I return to this? I'm not sure. But I will say that she is a lot different than what I thought she was going to be trajectory-wise and, like, compared to her contemporaries, I guess. So I guess that's what really threw me off, because I thought I was going to get a whole bunch of N-words ain't-ish.
Yeah.
Pop that P word. And does she have that here when she does do the raps? Kind of, but it's like, I thought that was going to be the whole album, and it wasn't. Yeah. So I think I put it up a notch just because of that. But overall, I thought it was just a solid project. I could tell that this is like a sample platter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting a taste of like a lot of things, but it's not fully fleshed out or developed yet. So I'm like, I'm wondering if she hones in on this, would it be better, or like, is she actually going to hone in on this, or is she going to go a different route with her next project? I'm not sure. I'm not looking forward to a next project or anything like that. But overall, I was very surprised with Banks's After 7. This was something that I've been had on my listen later list that I just never knew when I was going to listen to later, but I had a spare 30 to 40 minutes to listen to, and just jammed it.
Give me Nickelodeon music type vibes.
Yeah.
Like, I was a Nickelodeon actor and I put out an album.
Yeah.
That's what,
Yeah, perfect analogy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. This is perfect analogy. Obviously, she does cuss, though, but perfect analogy. JoJo Siwa almost. Yeah. I was about to say something wild. I was about to say the nega version, but you know the other way I was about to say. The nega version of JoJo Siwa. But yeah, After 7.
Yeah.
Are you done?
I'm done. I ain't got nothing else.
Oh, okay. I got some music. So, I also yesterday wanted to listen to Mary J. Blige a bit. I listened to her first album, what's the 411. I also listened to her third album, Share My World. Phenomenal. Yeah. Amazing. Especially that one song on her first album with Casey Haley. Oh my gosh, and Devontae Swing on the production. Yes! But then we got Share My World. Perfect R&B album. Great R&B album. Mary J. Blige's first 3 albums, phenomenal. Perfect.
Queen of hip hop and R&B.
I love it. I love it, B. I need more of it. I'm afraid to go further in her discography because I know it gets in the muddy waters and muddy territory after that.
She get a little happy, so it kind of...
Yeah.
What's fine time?
Whoa. I like that. Especially in the beginning. You know I love music, right? No. I really love that. I really like that song right there. But yeah, Share My World, what's the 411? Oh yeah, I was all the way in there. But speaking of Share My World, there's a song on there. I'm not gonna cry no more. So another R&B group in the 90s used that same sample or maybe that same instrumental by the name of Changing Faces. And they have a project called All Day, All Night. Now, they're mostly known for their soundtrack work, but one day I was on my Spotify, I was just listening on Spotify, and they came up as my recommended, and that song came on. I thought it was going to be Mary J. Blige singing.
Yeah.
But it was them singing. I'm like, And so I was like, all right, let me go check out their album, because I like the song that they doing. And I went through their album All Day, All Night. It was cool. It ain't bad, but I expected more because there wasn't really any trash R&B artists like that in the 90s. There was really there was not that many mid projects in the 90s from R&B groups. But this one was kind of middy. Like, it's not bad. It was alright. Like, I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because I see what they were going for. Some of their songs that really stand out, really shine, but some of their other songs that were weak, I'm just like, And you know that boy Kels, he got his hands in this too. I don't know what else he had his hands in, but man, you know when Kels had his hands in this, and trust me, it was good. And Jay-Z has a feature on this as well. So it's weird that Jay-Z has a feature on this album, on the song that sounds like Not Gonna Cry, but then Nas is on Mary J. Blige's Share My World on that album with the same song, Not Gonna Cry. I'm just saying, I'm speculating right now. I see what they were doing back then in the 90s. Next project I got though, and this is a surprising one for me because it's actually 2 projects. So I have I have a classmate. Let me specify that. I have a classmate who, this weekend there was some trend happening on Twitter where it was like, oh, just because you lose weight doesn't mean your face is going to change either.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so he was one of the people that actually posted on that. And I don't know if he went viral or not, but someone I follow liked and retweeted his post. I was like, oh, that's old dude from, my school. I'm not going to say where, who, I don't know about if he wants that information out. And so I was like, oh, that's him. And so I went to go follow him, and I saw that he does music. And I always knew that he could sing.
Yeah.
Like, he was one of those, like, choir, like, preacher boys. Not preacher boys, but he was one of them choir boys. And so I was like, okay, let me check out his music. Not gonna lie, the Valuable EP and Unavailable EP, while not the best of works I've heard, but from someone I know and that was doing R&B, and I'm a harsh critic on R&B, I enjoyed it. I was like, all right, this is a step in a good direction. One, because these projects are short, they're EPs. He's not putting out full-length albums. Also, I don't really know you like that musically to really be like, let me go ahead and dive into an hour. I heard these short few projects. It's like, all right, cool. You kind of try to have like a narrative and story in here and at least have some type of theme happening, which I really did enjoy. His name is Teague for those.
What's who's he remind you of?
Like a tank.
Like a tank?
Closer to a tank. Like, it's not so, like, baggy music. It's like love music. But it's also, like, the Valuable EP is, like, to know about my value and things like that. Like, oh, you was doing this with this other guy. He had another guy in my bed. It's more so, like, seeing the value in me. But also on the Unavailable, which his names kind of give away the theme or, like, the actual topics of it. He's unavailable. The beginning is like his mom calling, his dad calling, his grandma calling, his sister calling, his homie calling. And, basically him being unavailable, obviously emotionally and things like that. And so, overall, Unavailable, I gave it like a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was cool. It was all right. But then I gave Valuable EP a 3.5. I really want to see where he would go with an album. Obviously, I know that he's a bit of an underground artist, and I don't know what the budget is with that type of stuff, so I'm definitely going to wait for him to, build himself up and grow himself up. I know he just did a music video recently. I haven't watched it, but I think it was like a live performance type of music video. So shout out to Teague, because to see someone from my school, him, see someone from my school, actually doing music and then not sound bad. Like, I'm like, all right. Yeah, because when I see people from school doing music, I'm like,
I seen you post this. I just didn't know who that was.
Yeah, and I just wanted to share it because I was like, I'm actually going to check out this music to see what it's like. So, shout out to Teague. He's probably looking at this video if he ever does. He's like, who is this guy? Like, he went to school with me. He probably doesn't remember me. I didn't have all the beard. Definitely didn't have this on my head. All that type of stuff. But shout out to Teague. Good to see a classmate actually making some decent music, sounding really soundable. I mean, good sounding at least. I can't wait to see where it goes.
I wonder what your other classmate. You know that we go.
I gotta find it.
Do you want to smoke?
Okay, do you want to
yeah.
I didn't.
Do you want to smoke? Just to smoke. Yeah.
Hey man, shout out to him. I don't know if his name. I know his name.
He was a god. He was a god. Right,
I don't know his name like musically, so I gotta actually look for it.
Bro was ahead of his time, huh?
I forgot another project I listened to was Erykah Badu's Baduizm.
Oh yeah, I saw you post that classic. Yeah,
really good.
Of course.
5 out of 5.
That's family. You know what I'm saying?
5 out of 5. That project was good.
Do you want to smoke? Do you want to smoke? That's the smoke. That's the smoke. Yeah. Bro was making that in the shower music. You just be in the shower just saying stuff. Anything that come in your head, bro. That type of, I like the authenticity right here, bro.
He just got on the mic. He just started saying what was on his mind. Hey, B, that was the best session.
Hey, I was just saying, bro. I was like, yo, this dude right here, bro. That used to be the funniest stuff ever when you showed me that. Oh, bro.
I gotta find it again.
Yes, bro, you gotta find it. I can die laughing.
Yes,
bro.
I gotta find it again.
Oh my god.
But let me see. I think that's about it. But now it's time to go into not necessarily a discography deep dive, because this person only has 3 albums. But it's time to see, is Smino really worth listening to? Now, you talked about Love for Rent last episode. Yeah. And I seen that you was praising it. Every time I go on my timeline, whenever something Smino comes up related, someone's always glazing it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get into Smino this day. Him and Saba, to me, they dang near the same when it comes to like that one album cover where he has the old man looking in front of the flowers. I kept thinking that was a Smino album. I'm like, where's the Saba at? I typed in Saba outside. I bet you it's a Saba album. Boom, Saba. I'm like, yep, I knew it.
Racist. He said they all black.
Correct.
Hey, Saba, Smino, same thing.
Yep, correct. Put Chance in there too, except he's more famous.
Oh, he's lighter. That's
yeah. That's why he's more marketable.
Oh my god! But Drake, your light skinned brother, taking Smino style.
Hey, and guess what? He's making it look cool. I'm just saying. I'm just playing.
Please.
Smino don't make it look cool. I'm not gonna say that he makes it look cool. I'm not gonna say any man looks. No, I'm too old for that now.
Okay.
But the reason was this Smino's Black Swan, Noir, and Love for Rent.
Yes, sir.
Now with Black Swan, I see where he was going at with that album. I did not like that ish at all. To me, I was listening to this, and I just thought about what he was saying about Chance, about how it's palatable and why girls love it because it sounds nursery rhymey. To me, this is what Black Swan is for Smino. It sounds very nursery rhymey. It sounds very... It sounds like he's trying to do like a bad Chance impersonation to me. It just sounds too cartoony. It sounds too animated at times. Rapping, yeah, he's cool at it. And this album, I was like, this just ain't hitting for me. And then the actual sonics of it, this production did nothing for me at all. I'm just like, yo, can I turn this off right now?
Please.
I was only on the third track. And I'm just like, yo, like, I was listening to this beat and I'm like, I don't want to ever listen to Smino again if this is the rest of it. But then I went into my Spotify thing and I saw that I liked another song, so I'm like, okay, so it must just be this album.
Yeah.
And also, whenever I hear people talk about Smino, it's either the Noir album, but that's because it recently got on vinyl, or the Love for Rent album that people praise, and it has that good J. Cole verse or whatever, and you know, the cover art and all that type of stuff. So I was like, all right, maybe I'm just tripping on this one. I went to Noir. I enjoyed it. I like those. All right, he's rapping. He toned down that corny production that he was choosing. Yo, production on that first album, Black Swan, was not it. To me, this is like, I can see why girls love this right here.
Yeah.
I see why. This feels like bubbly rap, and I don't like it, B. It made me feel feminine like Kendrick a bit. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like that.
Got a touch of your feminine energy?
Yeah, and I didn't like that. He got too in touch with his.
Divine.
That's why he has girls on his project on each one, because he just singing feminine vibes. I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I can see why girls love it. I can definitely see that. Like, especially the girls like that listen to only underground rap and not really the mainstream rap. These are the type of girls that listen to this right here. But yeah, the girls that are alternative, the different.
Yeah, they love some Smino.
Yeah, and I don't. It's funny because you could just tell which girl. Oh yeah, you listen to Smino, don't you? Like it's one of like if you listen to Smino,
you wear overalls.
The shea butter chicks.
Oh, you wear overalls? Oh, you don't shave under your arms? You must be a Smino. Like, you got Smino in the headlock. You must listen to Smino.
I know you going to his concert too. You traveling out of state for that. Hey, look, you gonna be the mystery man. Scooby-Doo traveling out there.
You know they listen to Smino, boy. If they got Dane them in their bio, me.
I'm gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it. Though. I have to say it, but I'm not trying to get us canceled.
Hey, boy, we can't get canceled yet, boy.
Hey, I'm not trying to get them to backtrack. Digital footprint.
When we hit 100 bands, then we get canceled.
Hey, I'm starting deleting episodes.
They're like, dang, I thought they had more episodes.
Nah.
I thought y'all posted daily.
No, we only got 10 episodes.
Be like what Joe Budden did, boy. They got, boy.
Hey, you better get to swiping.
They had some whole episodes that was wild.
Hey, I'll get to wiping it real quick if that happens. Hey, I'm trying to secure a bag because I'm not a bag.
Hey, about a bag.
But yeah, I listened to Noir. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I'm like, all right, this was way better. I definitely like the direction of this project a lot more. Please cut down on the song amount. I'm like, all right, this is going a bit too long for me. Pause. But then we get to Love for Rent, project that you was talking about last episode, and people I've seen always talk about. I really like this project.
Yeah.
The problem is, to me, the highs are high, but the lows I did not like were very low. And so for me, I was like, oh, this project, it sounds better to me than Noir. But to me, Noir was consistently better across the board. But for me, Love for Rent, the highs were like a lot higher than off of Noir. So I had to rank them the same at a 3.5 as well, because I'm just like, the highs on Love for Rent were high, but I liked less songs on Love for Rent compared to Noir itself.
What about production?
That's what I'm saying with the highs,
the
was
production.
high. Like, I'm just like, yo, this is it right here. And I liked his rapping. I don't know why, to me, he definitely came off a bit less animated. And I like some of his, not necessarily storytelling songs, but more of his like life, life developing songs or whatever. Kind of getting us to know his character. Kind of like that one song that he was talking about his uncle was in jail or whatever. And like, oh yeah, I heard about you. Man. Like, it's like stuff like that. Like I enjoyed on the album, but like I said, the lows I did not like on this album, to me it took me out. I'm like, like Smino, what are you doing? Like he was on a nice little run. what are we doing right now? Like I said, highs are high, but the lows are low. But to me, it's like the nothing was the same and Take Care argument I always have. Like, Take Care got some highs, but I'm like, ooh, some of them lows, they get lower.
I don't know. I still don't see nothing with the same hype.
Oh, I do.
I still don't like
I do.
it.
I listened to it a few weeks ago.
Remember when we talked about it on the pod and I wouldn't listen to it?
We got to do an anniversary review or something for that.
You'll be a solo. You'll be all right.
See, but yeah, overall, Smino is an artist that I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah. But you think he worth listening to for the audience out there just to experience? Because he is something different. He's not.
He's definitely different. He's not one of your average stereotypical rappers. He definitely has character, charisma. It's just that to me, it's that production is the biggest barrier. But also the way that he raps as well, the animatedness of his raps can also turn some people off as well. Because some people who actually want to hear some serious raps or like more so monotone, kind of like a J. Cole, you might not like a Smino. But most of the time, if you like a Smino, you might like J. Cole, but you're going to like Smino more than J. Cole.
Yeah.
But if you like a J. Cole and you kind of like it boring, kind of like it a bit more stale, I want to call it, then you might not like a Smino because he has a lot of character oozing out of his lyrics. But sometimes for me, the animatedness just goes over the board. I like that song. I really like that. That and the Misfits one, whatever it's called. But yeah, overall, Smino is an artist, so I'm just like, like, I feel like I really wasn't missing out on too much with this one. Like, I'm like, it's not bad. I at least want to always try something new. I always want to give you guys my perspective, especially as someone who's new to a lot of this music right here. This isn't for me, but it's also not bad. Yeah. I'll say that. Smino was a good, they near my say a great artist.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's certain artists I don't recommend you because I'm like, I know this guy. I know what he's going to like. Sometimes he surprised me with certain things he liked. Because I remember, like, back in the day, not back in the day, but like, 5 years ago when Igor came out, did not expect him to like Igor.
I loved Igor.
And I know you loved it. That's what I'm saying. I did not expect you to like it.
Why not?
But you end up,
That's good music, though. That just sounds good, though. The Sonics is good.
You would still be like, this is not for me.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like, if I was, like, in middle school, high school, yeah. I'm older now. What other album besides Igor?
What, that I was surprised you liked? Mm-hmm. I probably have to really go back and look. But Igor is one of those albums I really didn't think you was going to like. Mm-hmm. I was waiting when we used to pod, and I remember you was like, yeah, I like it. I was like, I did not expect him to like it.
But I think the thing is with me is, I took a big break from Tyler. Remember, I didn't listen to Flower Boy.
Yeah.
So
because you just listened to Flower Boy, right? Not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I didn't listen to Flower Boy. I went from Wolf. I think that was the last one. From Wolf to Igor.
What about Cherry Bomb?
Oh, I listened to Cherry Bomb. I didn't like it. I still didn't like it, even on my recent listen. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was one of those things where I'm just like, ooh. Like last time I listened to Tyler, I wasn't so hot on him. So pause. Especially after the stuff he talked about Igor. Pause.
Yeah, most of the stuff is like probably older because I know now you've been listening to more things. Like I feel like if this album like Coyote by Tommy Richmond came out years ago, I would have probably think you wouldn't like this. But you being into like you like in The Weeknd and like that type of music.
I like The Weeknd back in high school.
I know, but I'm saying how he is now. You love his new stuff too. So I'm like now I feel like not saying you're now more experimental. I'm just saying your ear is a little different now. So I'm saying back then I probably would be like, Chase wouldn't like this. You know what I mean? But I know you like Weeknd, the darker Weeknd. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, will you like a Dawn FM type of Weeknd? But I'm saying you
like how Tori is with the synth pop on Alone at Prom. I'd always liked that pop. I just never seeked it out, sought it out there.
But no, I can recommend you other albums. I know you're not gonna like it. I just know you're not.
You know it's gonna have to be hip hop.
It can be hip hop.
I'm gonna try out that Jordan Woods. Hopefully this week.
Yeah, check it out. Check out his album first.
You talking about the one where he's just staring?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna check out.
Check that joint out.
Because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter hyping that up, and I'm like, all right, don't be hyping something up that can't
hold up. Huh?
Yeah, because I'm just like, hey, because y'all Twitter is good for that. You know Twitter is good for that.
I need to listen to this, bro.
What was that? Willie the Kid and Vito? Nah, you need to listen to that old project, the one.
I have years ago when you showed me. I was like, dang, I did listen to this. Dang, that is the same Willie the Kid. I just totally
forgot. You listen to the new one, B?
Blink it up off my head, bro.
Yeah. That is about it for what we have been jamming.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.